If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The following is a Red Apple Podcast Network presentation.
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it.
Welcome to Dominic Carter's podcast. This is Dominic Carter's City Hall. Now, here's Dominic Carter.
Red Apple Podcast Talk Radio 77 WABC. You can listen to me, Dominic Carter, weeknights at midnight, Sundays 11 p.m. We all remember the legendary movie Animal House and the food fight scene in the cafeteria. This is my podcast. Let's go. Actor John Belushi started the food fight scene in the Hollywood movie Animal House. It was hilarious, but what is happening right now in our backyard is no laughing matter. For some ungodly reason from the New York City Department of Education, school children in some circumstances are literally being served spoiled food. It's so bad, students and parents have been complaining to elected officials about the decline in food quality. And photos depict moldy fruit, unidentifiable mush, and spoiled cream cheese. A federal conviction has shown part of the problem: bribes, corruption, but part of it is also incompetence. Joining us, former NYPD sergeant and DOE food vendor Pat Russo, who a whistleblower turned to exposing corruption. Pat, thank you for appearing. Explain this one to me. Why is it so hard to serve kids food in the New York City public school system?
Well, it really shouldn't be hard, but when there's so much money involved, and we know, Dominic, we're doing this a long time, money corrupts. And I think there needs to be a legitimate oversight of the Department of Education school food program. And did you see what recently happened with housing? There was a federal monitor that exposed massive corruption within NYCHA.
Yes, so your point.
That's what needs to happen within the Department of Education school food system, because there's billions of dollars. The New York City Department of Education feeds 800,000 kids a day. That's a lot of money. That's probably it's hundreds of millions of dollars a year their budget is. And when you're dealing with that much money, there needs to be oversight, legitimate oversight.
Okay, but Pat, let me ask you this. If I'm the school's Chancellor right. Banks, right, the first thing I'm doing, knowing that there's been corruption in the past, knowing that there's been dysfunction in the past, I'm cleaning house day one. There's no accountability.
No, and that goes right to our current situation with crime in this city. There's no accountability. There's no consequences for criminal behavior. And we've been, it was a year and a half ago. Still the same people are in charge. Eric Goldstein, the DOE executive that was arrested, convicted, and is awaiting sentencing. Finally, that was somebody that was held accountable. But the people that were part of his corrupt conspiracy are still working at the Department of Education.
You're joking. You're joking right now.
No, they're still there, and they're still in charge.
Wait, Pat Russo. No. The guy that was convicted for corruption. You're telling us that his team is still there?
The team is still there. They're still in place, and there's still executives at the DOE. And like I said, there needs to be legitimate oversight. And we discussed it the last time. I think it was July 4th that we were discussing how far this goes back. It goes back 1995 when Ed Stanzik, do you remember Ed Stanzik, the Commissioner of Investigations for the DOE?
Yes.
Right. He did a report. I emailed it to you. See if there's some way you could put it online. I wish this was a television show where people could actually read these reports and see how corrupt the system's been for over 30 years.
Okay, but Brooklyn Tech High School, right? This is one of the city's preeminent high schools. Our owner-operator, John Casamatides, graduated from there. They're serving kids stuff that, I mean, I didn't even know what it was. How could this happen at Brooklyn Tech High School?
I can't explain it. I'm not in the system right now. I subbed my contract out, but I'll tell you right now, when a whistleblower comes forward and exposes, I didn't expose it. He came to me, the whistleblower, because he knew my background with the police department, and you could explain my background. But he came to me, and I went to the oversight people, the Commissioner of Special Investigations, and I'm telling you right now, they're probably going to come after me, come after us again. But they blew us off. They blew us off when the whistleblower is treated like a pariah and they destroy his life. Why would anybody else come forward? So I applaud the people that are coming forward right now anonymously and exposing that a lot of the food is being thrown away and not served to the kids. But they really ran the organization like a criminal enterprise, and they need legitimate oversight.
Wow. So isn't there a child that died recently?
No, the article I sent you was from actually 2011.
2011. Okay.
2011, a ninth grade, a 9-year-old.
And what happened to this 9-year-old?
Well, he choked to death on a meatball. I can't say exactly what happened because I don't have the autopsy results, but what I can say definitively is that at the same exact time there was plastic found in meatballs throughout the city, and that the school food program covered it up. Because I have the document, somebody leaked it to me, and I sent it to everybody involved, and I guess they paid the family for their loss, and it went away. But
okay, but wait. How does plastic end up in meatballs?
Well, when you're processing that kind, it can happen. What happened in this situation? There was a plastic paddle that got caught up in the machinery and was mixed in with the meatballs. But in that situation, everything is supposed to be recalled, and they did it. They went through the process, but
okay. But Pat,
when the child passed away, they covered up the fact that incident happened.
Okay, so but listen, if I'm the school's chancellor, right? I go in my office and I'm disgusted, and I take off my jacket and I sit down, and I say to my team around the table, "Listen, I'm not taking any more hits over bad food. Fire everybody and start from scratch." Why is that so hard to do?
The only reason, and Chancellor Banks is new, so he needs to. He really does. He needs to clean house.
Okay, but see, my head wants to explode.
Kids a day.
But
if you fire everybody, who's going to do that?
No,
job?
no. I mean the management. My head is about to explode because You're saying he's new. These are things that he should have did in transition before he took the job, before he started the job. Clean. That's rule 101 of politics. Clean house.
Yeah. Right. You need to clean house, but you need to have experienced people that could do. There's no bigger feeding system than the New York City Department of Education. It's the biggest, not in the country, in the world. So you need good people that can handle this kind of tremendous responsible job when you're dealing with that many students.
It sounds like to me, I don't know, Pat, this is why I wanted to speak to you. It sounds to me like the blind leading the blind, and it can't be that hard. I hear you, all these meals that have to be served, but we're talking about, what, billions of dollars?
You're talking about billions of dollars, and we know money corrupts. That kind of money corrupts. So they need to bring in a federal monitor, like they did with housing, and they need to watch every move that they make, because this is going on since 1995 that I know about, and it really is. It's a RICO. It's a criminal enterprise that. For so long, this has been going on, and really nobody's been held accountable till these great FBI agents were able to lock up Eric. But there's more to be done. There's more to be done, obviously, because there were still people out there that were part of that.
But why lock him up if you leave his team in place? It's useless.
No, exactly. It's like you locked up the head of the organized crime family, but you left all his captains, his capos involved.
No one knows this business better than you do. I know you have your own meat market, your own grocery in Brooklyn, a well-to-do business. And I just want to thank you for putting your neck on the line, because it's not easy to come forward and do what you've done. You've got to really care. I'm just
but that's what you have to talk about, Dominic. Now, the whistleblower, the DOE employee that came to me, they destroyed his life. They defamed him. They ruined his reputation. And right now, he's sitting in there. He's been in a rubber room for over 7 years doing absolutely nothing with no computer access. They destroyed his life. And what did he do? And I'm telling you, all he did was see something and say something. And that can't be allowed to that can't be allowed to stand. It needs to be exposed what they did to him. And that's a big problem. Why would anybody ever come forward again if they're going to destroy your life? And that's what they did to him.
But Pat, if I'm the school's chancellor, right? And so I sit down at my big desk and I say, if I see another headline embarrassing me over bad food served to these children, you're fired on the spot. What's so hard with that?
No, well, he should call in this whistleblower, make him a hero.
Yes.
So everybody comes forward.
Yes.
You have to have full transparency.
It makes you wonder who else is on the take if you're not doing that.
No, it is. It's a horrific situation that can be addressed easily if the school chancellor's got to take control of it. Well, you know what it is? The school chancellor shouldn't even be involved with taking care of making sure the kids learn how to read and write.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting radio-exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Host. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethost.com/terms.
Well, Pat Russo, former NYPD sergeant and DOE food vendor, thank you for joining us. Here is something to chew on. Physical effects of an unhealthy lunch could include diabetes, kidney stones, bone loss, cancer, and heart disease. Plus, kids who engage in sports and exercise are likely to struggle with fatigue caused from an unhealthy lunch earlier in the day. That is all the time we have for this episode. Thank you, folks, for joining us. You can catch me live on 77 WABC, weeknights at midnight, Sundays 11 p.m. Go check out the Dominic Carter merchandise at the 77 WABC store. From Dominic Carter t-shirts to hats and much more, go to WABCRadiostore.com. You can also order my remarkable book on my life of overcoming obstacles that you can't even begin to imagine at the 77 WABC store. It's titled No Mama's Boy. You can also get the book at my website, DominicCarterOnline.com, DominicCarterOnline.com, where the book will be signed by me. Also, follow me on YouTube, where you will see videos from me about the podcast and the radio show, youtube.com/Dominic Carter. We will see you the next time. Dominic Carter, Red Apple Podcast, Talk Radio 77, WABC.
I gotta make it.
Dominic Carter socials on Twitter at Dominic TV and Facebook and Instagram. Dominic Carter TV. Email at dominic.carter@wabcradio.com. Until the next episode, be well. And as Dominic always says, stay positive. The glass is always half full, never half empty. Dominic Carter City Hall.